This is GloveGossip, and I'm here with Jack Massey. Thanks for coming down, mate.
No problem, mate. Thanks very much for having me.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. You too.
So, did you watch the football last night? Or?
Do you know what? I didn't. I am a United. I call myself a United fan, but I'm not. I'm not a massive football fan. I'll go to the games now and then, but I rarely watch it. But yeah, I call myself a Red.
Same. All my family are United fans, but
Reds, yeah.
I don't really watch a football myself. But sure, there's a good few of them today with us already. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll start with the start of your career, your amateur career. How did you get into it, and what age was you?
I was about 11, 12 when I first got into it. So my brother, he boxed before me. He got into it, and then my dad was taking my brothers to the gym, and I got a little bit jealous. So I was like, I want to see what this is about. And so yeah, I wanted to go. At first, my brother was like, "No, you're not bringing him." It was like his little thing, but yeah, my dad took me down, and to Buxton ABC. That's where I started because I lived in Chapel on the Frith, which was only about 6 miles away from Buxton.
Chapel on the Frith, yeah. I used to work there.
Oh, did you? Where did you work?
I used to work at a marble fitting place down there. Right in Chapel on the Frith.
Natural Stone?
Yeah, Natural Stone, yeah.
I worked at Natural Stone.
Did you? Do you remember Keel?
Yeah.
But I worked there with you. But I worked there when you worked there.
I was there 2014 to 16 maybe.
I used to work with little Keel Johnson.
About 3 years I was there.
Yeah,
so you know Gavin Webb, Dion, all them.
Yeah, I know what.
Yeah.
Mad small world.
How many years ago did you work there?
Probably about the same. I only worked there for a short space. I think I worked there for about 2 years.
Right.
I was in the van with Keel.
Right.
So dropping the marble off.
Yeah,
it's a bit of an hard game.
It's tough.
Didn't suit me.
It's tough. It's heavy lifting. Not a lot of people realise that.
No. I tried getting in the factory.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I tried getting in
polishing,
there. Polishing, but they won't. I think they had me in there for a couple of days, but I didn't pick it up, so sent me straight back out.
Yeah. It's like lines like that.
Try
to do champers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a small world.
It is, mate. It is. So yeah, started off at Buxton. I think I won junior ABAs 3 times, CYPs 3 times, and I boxed for England there. And then I moved to Northside in Clayton. So I moved there. I can't remember what age I moved there, but yeah, I won the quite a few nationals there, then the senior ABAs, and then turned pro after that. So
what age was you when you realised I want to do this for the rest of my life? What age was you when you really thought, right, now I'm gonna stick at this and I'm gonna do it? Was that when you turned pro, or was it just?
No, I think in the amateurs. I think when I started doing well, like I say, when I was winning nationals and the ABAs and stuff like that, I think a lot of people, especially like my mum and dad and stuff, they were like, you're really good at this, and let's put your time and effort into it properly, and realised I could do something with it, where box for England, which I did, or try and box for GB, and look for Olympics and stuff like that, and then look to turn pro when I was older. So it was always like I was always known as Jack the Boxer from, I was always in the Buxton Advertiser, and everyone knew me as Jack the Boxer, and everyone was behind me, around that area. Everyone sort of gets behind it. It's Buxton, Chapel.
It's only a small area. It's
but it's a lot of different towns like Whaley Bridge, New Mills, Buxton, Chapel. Whatever, they all get behind you because you're a local lad doing well. Yeah. So I was always Jack the Boxer, and I think the more I did well, it was sort of like ingrained in me to stick at it, and look to turn pro.
Yeah. So then you beat Chris Billiam-Smith in the ABA final, and that's when you turned pro.
Yeah, so that was my last amateur fight. Beat him in the ABA finals, and then I did get a call up from the GB squad. I had a previous call up. I think it was.
Say that. Why didn't you go down the GB?
Year before. I don't know. I always got told I suited the pro style more, and I just don't know. I just preferred the pro. I don't know. It was something that I preferred, watch professional fighters, and it just seemed a bit more. I don't know. I think the amateur's always a bit too clean for me. I wanted that. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to describe, but I got called up again for the trials, but I'd already made my mind up. I'd already signed, actually. I signed with a guy called Steve Wood. he was my manager and promoter when I first turned over in 2013, and then I got a letter through the door not long after I signed him from the GB asking to do trials, but I'd already made my mind up, and obviously 2012 Olympics had just been, so it was like, do I do it and wait for the Olympics and this and that? So made my mind up from there, really.
Turn pro. And then you won the IBO Cruiserweight World title, didn't you?
Yeah, what a night. That was, it was probably my first major fight. Boxed for the British before that against Richard Riakpo, but got a stinking decision with that one. It should have been a win. But yeah, we picked up the IBF European first, and then we got the IBO after that, which was a great night. And really, it should have set me, it should have rocketed me up there. But things happen. You have things happen in boxing, and won't go into it too much. But boxing politics. But,
yeah.
And then COVID happened, and it sort of built back up after that.
Yeah, COVID, it can put a stop to everything, didn't it?
Yeah,
I spoke to a couple of fighters, and they've all said COVID just put a stop to everything, like the career, meaning the career.
Yeah, well, it set everyone back 2 years. I mean, I was lucky enough that I had one fight through COVID, and it was in London. Is it St Albert's Hall or King Albert's Hall? I think it was. It was when Dubois fought Joyce, when he did him with the eye, and he took a knee and I fought on that, and it was probably one of the weirdest experiences. It was like sparring. Sparring, just silent. Yeah, it was a strange time. It was as if like you couldn't get up for it as much. The adrenaline wasn't as much. It was I won the fight and got through, but it was a strange experience.
So where did the Josie Parker fight materialise from? Because that just come out of the blue, that one, didn't it?
Yeah, that just come out of nowhere. So, as I was saying, with the boxing politics after that, basically was going through a bit of a legal battle, and I had to pick up tools, and I went to labour for my brother's a scaffolder, and I was labouring and I was working, and I always remember I was working in Port Shrigley. It was a freezing cold day, it was snowing, ice on the ground, chucking these tubes up. And
with your long johns on.
Yeah. And I got a call from my manager. He said, we've been offered Josie Parker in Manchester, MEN Arena. Wow, do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I'll have that. He was thinking, do you not want to think about it? I was like, no, I'll have it. He's like, it's a big step up going up to heavyweight. He said, I'm more than capable. I know you've got a good chin on you. You can take a shot. It's not your weight class, but it's a massive experience and great money, and you get to fight in home ground in Manchester, so close to home. So
how did
it was just a yes straight away, and I was absolutely buzzing with it.
How did you feel about moving up in the weight though, like in yourself?
I was more than capable. I know it's a different ball game, but I'd been in there. I think that year I'd sparred with Parker down at Morecambe.
So you'd already,
and yeah, I felt like it was more the weight. I mean, obviously it's different at 16-ounce gloves, but it was more the weight of him bullying you about the ring a little bit more than punching. I know he did hit me very, very hard, but
leaning on you.
Yeah, I remember. I sparred Dave Allen that year, Parker, and Dillian White. I always remember the same thing, especially Dave Allen and Parker. When they both leant on me on the ropes and my back to the ropes, I thought, fucking hell, I'm going to break my back. It's just that weight and just moving you around the ring, and just when they hit it, it's not so much a snappy shot, it's more like they hit you and you just end up the other side to the ring. Yeah. So yeah, I knew I was more than capable of staying in there. I had the game plan of try to box and move and just stay on my toes a little bit and try and outspeed them, but it's a different game. He's not just a heavyweight; he's an elite.
Yeah, he's an elite
heavyweight, and look where he's gone from there.
Yeah, I hope he gets his shot, mate. I hope he gets his shot.
Yeah, he deserves it. Massively deserves it. He's. I don't think he should take anything else. Apart from a world title fight.
He deserves it, 100%. So then after that fight, is that when you moved to Joel Gallagher's gym, or?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, after the Parker fight, moved to Gallagher's. I mean, politics and all that Parker fight, I didn't have my original trainer in the corner. I had a teammate that was part of the year, Charlie Schofield, in doing the corner for me for the Parker fight. My manager had to step in, but Charlie trained with for years, and he did the corner because I didn't have a trainer at the time. And we did a great job. Did a great job in the gym, getting me fit, getting me ready, but just lacked that experience. Which he's doing stuff now and he's building that experience. But you need, when you're at a certain level, you need a trainer with
he's a good coach.
A certain amount of experience. So moved down to Joe's, and there's there's no one more experienced than Joe, and just hit it off, and liked his style, and it was good.
And then you beat Chamberlain.
Yeah.
You beat Chamberlain.
Yeah. So boxed Chamberlain. A few people write me off for that. I don't know why. I think people know the boxing and know me. I knew that I was wasn't going to have any trouble. I think because he's been bigged up and he's he's got a big social media following, and a lot of people know him from boxing on Sky shows and that. But only had 5 weeks notice.
Is that all you had? 5 weeks.
5 weeks. 5 weeks notice, and got in there and got a unanimous decision.
Don't need many weeks training anyway, and when you're training with Macaulay and you're training with them boys, do you?
Yeah.
So
that's Joe. One of Joe's biggest things is always be in the gym and always
be ready, innit?
Always be 6 weeks ready. Stay fit, because especially now you're gonna get people get these fights thrown at them.
Yeah,
it's boxing's changed, and
you're
not getting like you used to, like the 12 weeks notice. You're just getting like, right, 6 weeks, do you want to fight? And, you've got to take it.
Yeah, and then you got the big call off the boss himself, Turkey, didn't you?
Yeah. So,
was that a big shock to you?
Not really, because I was, after the Chamberlain fight, I did a few interviews, and people mentioned Opetaia to me. And I was like, in the interviews, I was like, yeah, that'd be a great fight for me. I'd love that fight. And, he's a world champion. He's the best out there. He's what's better to test myself going against the best. So shouted him out a few times, on interviews. Nothing what's it. But and then we got the phone call saying, do you want to fight him? And
off Turkey himself?
No, it was off. It was off his manager. So got the phone call, and that was again straight away. But great fight. We didn't get the decision, but what an experience. Great fight, and it just gives you that extra push being in there with such an elite fighter, and seeing how they operate, and being in there just gives you that extra push again, just to do better.
So what have you got planned now for the future? Have you got anyone lined up?
We're looking to be out end of June. Hopefully that gets confirmed next week on the Sky show. So looking to get out 8-rounder, just get back in there. Obviously the last fight was Opetaia, so get back in there, get a win, and then we can challenge again for some sort of title.
Belting. And we've got an amateur. We've got an amateur coming in soon. What's your message for all the young kids that are coming through? Have you got a message for them? Any tips, anything?
Yeah, definitely. It's boxing is a very, very tough game. It's not just getting in the ring and fighting. There's lots of things, lots of obstacles. I think my main advice would be get the right people behind you, get a right trainer behind you, get the right manager behind you. Look around first if you wanted to turn over. Go and see different gyms, go and speak to different managers, and find the right people, and get advice off other pros about different managers and trainers, and especially promoters as well, because sometimes that can hold you back in your career. And sometimes if someone sells you something like a promoter, and it all seems amazing when you first turn over, and that money seems, it's mega. I've never been paid to fight before. Just do a little bit of research, and
just be careful around politics.
Don't jump into it. Have a shop around, and just stay in the gym, stay ready, and learn the craft as much as you can. And especially for amateurs, I think for amateur boxers, get as many fights as you can possible, because you know, a lot of fighters are turning over now, and they've had, you know, a few white collar fighters, and they look great on the pads, and they look great fighting journeymen and knocking them out. But experience always prevails in the end. You always see it. You'll always see it. Experience is the main thing in boxing. So get as many fights as you can in the amateurs and build that experience.
Right, well, I think we'll leave it there, mate.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming down.
Top man, appreciate it.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thanks
Cheers,
a lot,
mate. Top man.
Make sure you like and subscribe.